Welcome back to part 2 of Rayman 2. Yes,
Yo peeps.
yeah, we'll be going to the Fairy Glade today. Also note this site, Rayman 2 link. I think that used to take you to the Rayman 2 website, but that's long since been offline. And also kind of not good English. Presumably it was just a literal translation from French. Anyway, that's my original, that's my 100% file.
I've just emptied my recycle bin if you care.
Hey! Anyways, on to the Fairy Glade, our first real level.
Isn't this a really long level?
It's fairly long for its place in the game, honestly. And here we get introduced to a lot of quite a few
Rayman
gameplay
can
concepts. Yeah, you can swim.
But he's
Can't.
armless.
Shh. Well, he couldn't swim in the first game at all. He would die upon contact with water in Rayman 1.
Sonic.
Then no.
I know it's...
Sonic just can't swim. Well, actually in the 3D games he'll die on contact with water. In some of the 3D games, but yeah.
Sonic Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. But yeah, Rayman in this game, he can swim, but he can't breathe forever, so get blue lungs to refill your health. Air meter. Lums are basically just all the pretty much most things you could sort of get in this game are lums of different colours, which do different things.
You see, mostly Mario doesn't need air, does he? He can just go underwater.
In the 2D games. In the 3D games before 3D Land, he has an air meter.
In 64, his death is so brutal underwater.
Well, in 64, his air meter is also his health meter, so if you're low on health, then there's some water to swim in, just go in the water and breathe.
Yeah, but when he dies and drowns, it's one of the most horrific.
I've never drowned in 64. And this is a red lum.
The sound clip, it's so brutal, and the way he dies.
Yeah, red lums refill your health. Not too useful right now.
I learned that the other day. Because,
well, it does say. Well, the Murphy Stone of Thought does say that, and switch. Oh yeah, and the music changes. The music is kind of dynamic, like Banjo-Kazooie, but not quite as not like it changes between sections of the track and stuff.
Yeah.
That forces you into a sliding state, which kind of makes you lose control. So don't walk on that waterfall. Just jump over it. Yeah, you need to come up here to flip that switch. Hurry up, Rayman. We want our daddy back. Well, we're not going to be rescuing him for a while.
2016, Daddy's got 2 meanings. No? So, what's your favourite Rayman?
This one.
Oh yeah.
Easily this one.
I mean, like the order. Like, what's the worst? What's the?
Well, my least favourite is Rayman 1, just because the difficulty and all that's just too much to manage, really. It's unfairly difficult, I think, especially in the later half of the game. Anyways, we need to go up to go further in the level, but we this is 100% lum. We need to get all the lums, so we need to ride this barrel. And I always mess around with the camera here because there's nothing else to do. So yeah. Well, yeah. You do this just for one yellow lum.
Didn't you just miss a red one?
I'm at full health. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's kind of triggering me.
That one's annoying to get anyway. You have to be standing right on the edge of the barrel. You know. Anyway, you're supposed to jump on the lower one, but you can reach that one with the jump anyway. Actually, weird quirk about the PC version of Rayman 2. Some of the sort of transitioning cutscenes you can actually move Rayman in, even though you can't in all the other versions. And I'd recommend getting on this tree branch as quickly as you can, because of that arsehole right there, the caterpillar enemy.
Only a caterpillar.
Yeah. Random story. Those used to fucking terrify me as a child for some reason. And I would never be able to get past this level for the longest time.
A bit like the tiger in Tomb Raider, that used to give me kind of annoying.
Like that used to fucking terrify me. Like once I was playing, or someone else in my family was playing it, and I fucking screamed.
To the caterpillar.
Yeah. Here we see a cage. We can't get it yet. We have to come back to this level later in the game. It's kind of backtracking, but kind of not at the same time.
I bet when you play Pokemon Go, you see a caterpillar, you quickly run away.
No. It's just these enemies in Rayman 2, because we'll see in a later level, the way they jump around and sort of can come up sort of in front of the camera just scared me as a kid for some reason. You know, I'm better with it now, obviously. Oh, this Partly because when I was really young, I never got to this part very often because of the caterpillar. This cutscene was always really cool to me as a child. With this pirate throwing barrels at you. But we'll ignore him for now. We got lumps to collect and cages to break open. Basically, there's only really sort of two sets of collectibles in this game: the 1,000 yellow lums and the cages, which I believe there are 80 in total. Huh?
1,000? That'll take you all day. Like 1,000
1,000
different
1,000
things.
yellow lums.
Wow.
There's 50 in each level, apart from 2 levels. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Rayman 2's controller mappings on the Xbox 360 controller are not the best. But yeah, what I just got from that cage was a super yellow lum, which just counts for 50, not 50, 5 yellow lums each, so...
What's the mapping like on the GameCube controller?
The button, yeah, I have a GameCube controller adapted for PC. The button mappings are a lot better, but the analog stick for the 360 controller just feels better for Rayman 2 to me. I don't know why.
I know
Yeah,
you
we're
love, you always saying how much you love the D-pad and the Xbox 360 controller.
Oh, you don't need it for this game. It doesn't work for this game anyway. But yeah, well, anyone who's used an Xbox 360 controller will know how bad the directional pad on this thing is. But I think for 3D games, it's a really comfortable, really good controller. It's got really good analog sticks. But yeah.
That was a GameCube.
Well, yeah, but this is a really good general use one. Yeah, this bit's kind of annoying. If you just mash the jump button, you will climb it slightly quicker. Yeah, I see that switch, but yeah, obviously we can't reach it here to go around. And here we all have Murphy telling us how to do combat. It's just telling us. It says control because it's PC, but this game has a lock-on system similar to Ocarina of Time. Just hold down the well, if you're playing on a console, it'll be a trigger or shoulder button. Just hold down that. You can lock on, your shots will lock onto enemies. And reduce the power that kicks here. You can throw them forwards like that, and they can be used as a weapon. But
I'll strain his back.
Nah, he's got no arms. It'll be fine. But you can also use them to break open doors with a steel sort of plaster on it. I forget what the actual term is in the manual for it, but yeah.
Oh, those are the days when there were manuals. I miss manuals.
Well, this being the PC version, the manual is a PDF file
Nah.
rather than a physical paper manual.
Yeah. I prefer manual.
Actually, Rayman, the 3DS port of this called Rayman 3D is one of the few 3DS, because it's such an early 3DS game, that's when they still had normal manuals on 3DS games, before they started doing the software manuals. Oh yeah, it's supposed to go down there and bounce, but that's easier.
Imagine how better it'd be to still have manuals, because they're just so much better to have.
Well, I can understand the desire to not have paper manuals. It'll reduce the printing cost and all that. And
yeah, but they don't mind sticking useless leaflets in.
well, but that's less paper being used, so that's less printing costs.
But yeah.
But the manual for the 3DS version is pretty much just the manual from these versions, just copy pasted with different buttons. But yeah, here's Lee. You need to find the machine and destroy it. It's conveniently right here. Oh yeah, and if there are any camera snafus, it's because
So why did they release this on 3DS?
Because it's Ubisoft, they've released this game on so many systems. Okay, here's a rundown. There's the original N64 and PC releases. Then they made a completely different version for the PlayStation.
Completely different?
Yeah, it's really different. Like a lot of level design and stuff is different, and it has voice acting as well. Just for the limitations of the PlayStation. And also, there are only 800 lums instead of 1,000. Then there was a Game Boy Color game, which is more of a sequel to the Game Boy Color Rayman 1 than anything, although it did kind of follow the story of this. Then there's the Sega Dreamcast version, the PlayStation 2 remake, the And then there was a port on the original DS, which is the worst version of this game. And there was a port on iOS, which is not good because it's touchscreen. And there's a port on the 3DS.
So there's a few more I haven't done just yet, which they should do.
I would like a good port to modern, like a good port or remake to modern consoles, just so that there's a good version of this out that people can play nowadays without having to either attempt to get the original PC release to work or just buying it off GOG.com. But yeah, we destroyed the machine, kind of a mini boss I guess, and we rescued Lee. But yeah, she's the one who sent Glowbox in. That's why Glowbox was captured. He was sort of captured on purpose because she sort of sent him in with a silver lung to give Rayman some powers so he could escape. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason you only get and there's the 1,000 numbers. The reason you only get one power at a time is because she's much too weak to give him back all his powers at once. Yeah, here we're introduced to Polyphus, which is essentially like kind of the god of this one. There's quite a bit of backstory that you can open up in the game, but you sort of unlock that with more yellow lungs. We can have a look at that at the end of the game or something, but yeah. The 4 masks. These are basically our big sort of plot MacGuffins. You need to collect all 4 masks to reawaken Polyphus so he can help us beat the Rover Pirates, because the Rover Pirates are just kind of making the world really shit. You know, they're evil because they are.
I've got something really unrelated but really funny to mention. The poll for this week on a website is, what would encourage you to take part in sport at the university?
Nothing, because I don't do sport.
Exactly. I mean, free stuff or lower cost, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just not sporty at all. Again, I'm playing a video game for YouTube. But yeah.
I've done Wii Sports. That's about it.
But yeah, here we are introduced to the purple ones. Basically, these upgraded our shot so we can grab onto these things. They're basically grappling hooks. They're an extension of the flying rings from Rayman 1 for those who played Rayman 1, and they kind of come back in Rayman 3 as these hook things.
Oh, Rayman 3 is my favourite so far because of the nostalgia.
Yeah, and you can also see that she's upgraded our shot. The sprite is a bit bigger and different colours. It doesn't really mean anything in terms of damage output or anything though.
Oh, do you remember? I think the first time I had Rayman 3 was a demo disc. Remember a newspaper when you got demo discs for the PC?
Well, I don't remember it, but I know of it.
I had the Simpsons sit on Prince of Persia or something.
Yeah.
Rayman 3, and I eventually got the full games of Hitman and Rayman 3, but
Yeah.
at the time it was just so good
Yeah.
because
I never really had demo discs and stuff, apart from where we had a computer and then just came with a package of games. But yeah, you don't want to fall down here too quickly because there are some lungs and stuff to collect on the way down. But yeah. Well, once you hit it, you can safely fall down because Rayman doesn't take any falling damage or anything.
convenient.
In the Dreamcast version, he sort of gets flattened, but he doesn't do any damage to him. It just sort of gets a stunned animation. Yeah, we're pretty much nearing the end of the level, but this part can take a while because you have to fly up in these wind currents, and it can take a while. You have to go and get all the lungs. Though we won't actually be finishing this level with a lung count of 50, because we have to come back into this level to get a couple more things much later on in the game. It's sort of backtracking, but it's not at the same time. But yeah.
I've got a lump in my bum.
Excuse me. Insightful commentary from Joe. Very insightful commentary. But yeah, also in this section the camera is sort of, pretty much directly behind Rayman all the time, and it's really sensitive.
So it's quite annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's really, it might just be because of the sensitivity of the control stick because of this PC version.
Speaking of sensitivity, I'm so sensitive.
But yeah, it's just something to just make sure you're just holding the control stick still when you're going forwards.
I wouldn't have the patience to do this.
What, this section here?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of have to, or else you can't beat the level.
When it's beaten me.
Well, it's not even. Yeah, it's the final bit of the level. It's easily my least favorite bit of the level, though, because it is so. It is kind of tedious. I never look forward to this part.
Kind of tedious.
Well, when you played the game enough, you sort of.
Yeah, so there's 2 more lums you need.
Yeah, we'll be coming back into this level much later to get them. And, well, final, for now, cage of the level. At the end of each level, you break open a cage to free a teensy. And yeah, it says the energy will make you less vulnerable. Basically, every 10 cages you break will extend your health bar, basically. That's what he means. Because, as you've seen, Rayman's health bar at the moment is quite tiny.
It's not always time. Yeah.
Again, insightful commentary from Joe.
I'm tired as my excuse.
So yeah, can't enter the bonus level. But we won't be doing the bonus levels anyway because I don't need to do them. But yeah, that's it for this part. Tune in next time for the Marshes of Awakening and the next level that comes after that. I do know its name, I'm just not very good. I'm just not sure how to pronounce the word.
Level
I'll
3?
look it up.
No, level 4. I don't know.
But yeah, I'll look it up between parts. Anyways, that was it for part 2.
Bye bye.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because we're stereotypical YouTubers.